So today I'm going to look at putting Homelink into the Fabia. I've got it's actually from Audi, from an A3 kit, which basically comes like this, and it's designed to go in the headlining in an A3. I'm going to put this in the Fabia, but probably won't connect up the backlight buttons, because for Audi obviously it's red and for Skoda it's green, so rather than make it stand out too much in the cabin, I'm just not going to connect the lighting for it. My intent is to put that roughly above the visor up here, so that's where I'm going to look to mount it. And I'm going to look to wire it into the overhead lights. It literally is actually 3 cables, 2 positives and 1 negative. One of the positives is for the Homelink. The negative is obviously for negative, but the other positive is just for the LED lights. So I'm going to leave that one unconnected. So it's literally 2 wires wired in, and that should enable Homelink, which for those who don't know is just infrared signal to open things like gates and garage doors. So that's today's job. So that's the first job done, just to get the overhead panels out. Obviously the sunglasses holder and then the overhead lights. The overhead lights relatively easy. There's just, if you can see, just to the left and right of the middle bulb, there's 2 Torx 20 screws which we need removing. Then you can pry that out. The sunglasses holder is a bit easier. There are some tabs on the side that you can see if you open the sunglasses box compartment. You just need to kind of push those in, drop one side down and then the other, and then that's clear. Which then leaves us, that's the wiring for the internal alarm sensors, that's the microphone still on the end, and that's the main wiring spool or wiring loom that I'm going to splice into to get the positive for Homelink. Alright, so moving along, we've now cut a hole. I hate that, that was a horrible bit. Still don't like it. Won't feel good about it until there's something filling it. Cut a hole in the head roof lining. I've also taken the cabling supplied with the Audi, which is kind of a plug-in, plug-out, and disassembled that. So I've just now got a straight cable connector, one end to go into the Homelink unit, the other end to connect into the overhead. The overhead cables, this one here, if it will focus in on it, that's it. So the middle one is the positive, on either side it's negative. So I'm just going to take one of the negatives and the positive, as I said before, and connect it into the cabling that I have, and also on the cabling blank off the one for the LED feed. Obviously this is a constant live in the overhead light. If you did want to have it so it was on the switched ignition positive feed, then I'm afraid it's across the roof, down the column, and underneath to the fuse box underneath the steering wheel, to pick up that live. I have done that already for the dash cam feed that we've got installed as well. So it's not that hard a job, as I say, because it's the gate opener and I haven't got the LED switched on. I'm just going to use the existing wiring that's in the light switched. Okay. So nearly about there now. I've just done the trial fit of the Homelink panel that sits in that horrible hole that I cut a moment ago. Wiring wise, as you see, I've opened up the wiring plug, and I've connected in by putting some new connectors, connected in the Homelink wiring cable. So now it's just going to be a matter of linking all that back together and shoving everything back in the roof, at which point I will come back. Okay, so we're all plugged in. So everything's back together. You can now see the Homelink panel is in there in all its glory. It doesn't look so bad now. So that's it. Only thing left to do is program in. Obviously, if I'd connected the middle button, middle wire from these, that would have illuminated effectively the 1, 2 and 3. But as I say, they would have been illuminated in kind of the Audi red. It still flashes the light when you press the button. So if I was to do that, you can see the light button being pressed. So that's it really. It's all programmed in now and all looking good.